everyone, how are you? My name is Alex and welcome back to Alex Builds Stuff. So behind me you can see I have a beach house. So I've moved on to a different area than the butterfly glades. And there's another thing that I wanted to show you guys too, which I will tour for you guys in a minute, but I wanted to show you guys this first. So this is something that I have worked on over the last few days, I think it is. Like, I came in and, like, did stuff, and then I didn't like the roof, and I changed it quite a bit. Also, I added in a new mod called Zoocraft. So if I... No, not there, but that one. That's the one I wanted. Um, so at Zoocraft. So it adds in all of these different items and whatnot. One is shingles, something that actually looks like shingles, which is something that just like blew my mind like immediately. I was like, I need it. And also glass with different textures and particle blocks and whatnot. And those are pretty cool, but the really coolest thing is the thatch. Because if we look at our thatch colors in this particular mod pack that I'm using, we have the bright yellow thatch, which is what I had originally used, and I do not like that color at all. I love the texture, but I do not like the color. But then we have all these different kinds of thatch that come from Zoocraft, and that was really what made me add in this mod, plus, you know, the mobs that come with it as well, because there's all kinds of animals and whatnot, which is really great, because I want to build, like, zoos and like safari areas and things like that. I don't just want to like build houses all the time. There's a lot of different kinds of things I want to build, so you know, that's why I added it in, but there's like all different kinds of thatch, and it gave me the power to do things like, if I could get inside the house, where's actually the inn? I need to find, here's the inn. To do things like this, to have these different textures, because this is right up against the water, so it would get, you know, moldy or algae covered, and it would get not faded, because I don't think it would fade necessarily. Oh, it actually is faded. Okay, that is the faded one. But I didn't want to use like the dark colored one because I didn't think it looked right, but it's, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it gave me the power to do that, whereas otherwise it would have just been yellow. And I didn't like yellow. By the way, it's Scary the Snail. I'm not even a SpongeBob fan. I just had to do that. So yeah, this is the inside. It's very simple. I kept it simple on purpose. There's the fishing rods, and so yeah, but it gave me the power to do that, and I didn't do it on top of the roof, obviously, because hello, I can't even get out of my own house that I built. Anyways, so I didn't do it with the roof because I wanted it to be a little bit prettier and a little bit more stylish, because it would be in the open air, and you know, it aside from being faded from, you know, this salt content in the air, I guess, from like the sea winds and whatnot, it wouldn't really get grown with algae, I don't think. That didn't make much sense to me. So I don't I didn't find any particular inspiration for this. This is not Nordic. This is more, I guess, like, oh god, I want to say maybe slightly Southeast Asian influenced, or maybe like the no, not the specific Pacific Islands. Maybe Polynesian influence. I'm not really sure. I don't think this is really influenced by one specific thing. I think it was like my build style plus something else. I don't really know. I didn't like look up any specific like realistic things to model this off of, so it's just kind of like it came off the top of my head. So there's also this willow wood from Biomes O Plenty, which to me looks like algae covered wood, so I felt like that would be really cool to use here on this dock and whatnot. And, you know, a little area for you to sit and do fishing, which is kind of interesting because it's actually hard to pull the fish up to you when you're fishing, so it kind of simulates real life fishing. So yeah, but this is the house. Now, what's been tooling around in my head is, should I build more of these, or should I just make this the only beach house here? I mean, I had initially envisioned, like, doing another one on that little island and having, like, something there and maybe over there and things around here and up back here. And I'm okay with building, like, a little village or something or another little town. I have no problem doing that. But at the same time, I really like having just a house. Alright, everybody, so the thing that I wanted to tour for you guys was the beginning of the fairy village. So obviously, three houses is not enough for a village. I mean, maybe it is, but it's not. So that's actually just three houses, by the way. So you can see over there that's where like the witch's hut is, and Butterfly Glades is over there. And this is the fairy village. And so I'm going to do more of these houses, and they're going to be like all over the place. Like they're not just going to be like over here. They're very exhausting for me to build, which is why I've built three. Because I really don't have the patience for building more, because this was a very frustrating house for me to design, and I mean really frustrating, because all I wanted to do was for the roof to just go whoop, you know, and I like struggled with it for I think like 3 hours, and I don't think I recorded all of it. I think I had to like stop after a while because I was like, I'm not doing anything on camera. I might as well not build. But it's like I just wanted to go vroop. That's all I want. I just want to vroop, and it wouldn't vroop. And so, yeah. And then I finally got the shape I wanted, and that I was happy. But it was just, oh my god, it was such a pain in the butt. So, anyways, I, built these, and I'm very happy with the style of them. I mean, it's very different from my typical build style, which is also why it was so frustrating, because it was like, this is not modular. This is very different from what I typically build, and it's not like I can't go outside my build style, but I'm not used to it, so I have a tendency to struggle with it. So that happened. But this little guy right here, I don't know why, but this little guy was like really easy for me to build. And it's not even modular. There's nothing about this that should be easy for me to build, but for some reason this little garden house was easy. It's kind of funny because I have absolutely no idea what this is for. I mean, of course it's supposed to be for this, but the reality is, why do you need such a big house for these teeny tiny itty bitty little plants? Like, that does not make any sense whatsoever. So one thought that's been running through my mind is maybe putting something down here, like some dirt or something like that, and then have like another block underneath it, like this, so that it's like that. I mean, maybe not that way, but you know what I mean. And that way it'll look like it's being held up, and plant things there. And then it'll make more sense to have a garden like ferns or something. I don't know. Obviously not mushrooms because they're too big to grow inside there, but you get the idea. So, and so I did. Obviously, there's these sacred trees or sacred oak trees all over the place, and then I did these stylish lamps which just have glowstone inside them. I thought about using the redstone lamp block that's already lit, but I didn't do that. Actually, I wonder how that would look. Is it in here? Oh, it is. Okay, good. I'm just going to try it out because, hey, why not? How do I feel about that? Okay, from certain angles, I kind of don't like the way it looks. I like the glowstone better. I think the glowstone's more magic-y and pretty. Because, I mean, think of, like, the way a redstone lamp sounds versus glowstone. You know what I'm saying? Like, glowstone has a more... It also produces more light, I think, too, but it has a more, like, pretty kind of feel to it. There's also... I wish there was blue glowstone, because that would be, like, so cool. Like, I did try these things, too, like these, rimmed glowing glass. Doesn't really do anything. Oh, a chicken is randomly wandering. So, yeah, it's also, like, early in the morning when I'm recording, and I just recorded a segment for, or a couple segments this morning for the Infinity Craft server, so yeah. But anyways, there's also this like deer family here, and I have no idea why they have deer in a pen. I don't know if maybe like they're eating them, or if it's just they're breeding them and using them, and like maybe putting saddles on them and riding them around, I guess. I don't know. Actually, I wonder. Humor me. I wonder if you could actually saddle a deer. Like, why are you low on health? Every one of them is low on health. Why are you low on health? I love their faces. Look at that nose. That nose is adorable. I mean, look at that. That is so cute. There's a little baby. The baby still has not grown up. I don't know if maybe the baby ever will grow up. But, why do you... Can I feed you? Do you like carrots? Do you eat anything? Where are gold carrots? Hang on, I gotta search for it. Gold. Oh, it's in brewing. Okay. Well, that makes sense, I suppose. Do you like gold carrots? No. Do you like anything? Oh, I wonder if it's... Oh, I wonder if it's wheat. I'll bet it's wheat. Is it wheat? No, it's not wheat. You just like wheat, too. What? I have to look this up. Hold on. This is important to me. Okay. It's apples. That's what they like. Oh. The baby grew up. I didn't even realize that. Make another baby. Why does everyone have 4.5? Why is that just like the way that they are? Maybe that's the way that they are. Maybe that's like naturally the way they are. I don't know. Well, anyways, there, now we have a deer family. Yay! I hope that I bred dad with mom and not mom with son, because that would be gross. Let's hope I didn't do that. I mean, there's really no way to tell. And I'm not naming these because, good God, I don't have the time or the patience to be picking names for these deer. Because I may never do anything with them again. But, yeah, so, there you go. We have deer breeding. Yay. Alrighty, so the last part of this video that I'm going to do is talk about the things that I added to butterfly glades. I kind of stopped making videos about building in this area because the whole series up to a certain point was all butterfly glades, and it's like I really would like to move on to other things. So otherwise the series just will get really bland, especially because things started to become kind of redundant a little bit, and some of the things I was building really weren't that interesting. So there's a pumpkin patch, and I basically used the same technique that I used with the podzol in the Infinitycraft, or on the Infinitycraft server, alongside the grass paths and so on and so forth, which I'm really happy with, as a matter of fact. In addition to that, let's see what else I add. Oh yeah, so there's this house right here, and this house is actually the pumpkin farmer's house. So there's pumpkin seeds, and there's nothing in that chest for whatever reason, but yeah, so this was also where I got the bone and whatnot for the wolf in my cinematic segment that I did, which showcased the... Oh, I'm stuck. I was like, I'm lagging! What? No, I was just stuck on the ceiling. Anyways, the segment or where I tamed the wolf in that cinematic for the whole town. So this is the watchtower. Now, this is something that I really struggled to make. I did not record myself building it because it was quite the struggle. It definitely looks like a prison. I did not do that on purpose. It just sort of looks that way, like it literally looks like it's a prison guard tower, which was not what I was going for. I may modify it in the future. I may not. I'm not really sure. There's a part of me that wants to use iron bars on it because I think that would be really interesting. But I also know that could kind of look a little too much like a prison. So, yeah, but when we come over here, into here, there are a few wolves. And there was a fourth one, but I tamed that one. So that one is just like permanently tamed. But yeah, there's 4 wolves in here. They definitely will never despawn. They have their own names. if you wanted to use this as a roleplay server and have like a factions or some kind of like, zombie siege cinematic or something of the sort, you'd have all of these different, armor sets to grab and some very basic weapons, and you could then run up here and you could, take out things. Now, I did design this in a certain way so that you can see almost everything, but you have some blind spots, because I figured if people are going to use this for factions or for roleplay, and they want people to be fighting against other people, it shouldn't be too easy. You shouldn't be able to see everything. Like, if you could see everything like this, then there would be no challenge, and that's not good. So, there's also enchanted bows here, and I don't remember what the enchanted bows actually have on them. Hang on. If I try to destroy it in creative mode, I will lose it. So, oh, it's just punch 2. Okay, cool. Well, that's fine. That's actually really great, because game mode creative before I end up dying or something. It's really great actually, because it's nice and simple and it's not like OP. So if we head up here, this is the thing that I'm really proud of. Now, this is the thing that you can definitely stand on top of to shoot at, which does make you more vulnerable, but it's harder to make shots from high up and from a distance. I feel like anyway, so I feel like that would still be a good challenge if you're using this as like a factions world and whatnot, or for factions gameplay, so I hope that makes sense. So yeah, that's the tower, and I'm very happy with it, but at the same time, I'm like, good God, it looks like a prison. It's very dark. So the next thing that I wanted to show you guys, obviously, was this little dock right here, which I don't even know why I built this. Like, I understand why I built the dock, but this whole little stone wall thing with the sugarcane farm, I'm not sure why I did that. I don't know if it's supposed to look pretty or what the deal is, but whatever. It's fine. And so then there's the wishing well, which I'm very, very happy with. I really love this well. I think it's adorable. I like the whole design of it and the whole 9 yards. As a matter of fact, I think it would be really cute, actually, if I go like this and put the water in there. To me, that just gives it like a little bit more atmosphere, Like, it's makes it a little bit prettier. And don't you know, there was a villager who did jump into this too, but got out, so hooray. Um, so they should be able to, they shouldn't drown in this, so he did get out, so yeah. And then we come over here, and this is the mine. Now, I did do a video talking about the different things I wanted to build, but in reality, a lot of my plans changed, so that's why I didn't show that segment of me talking about where things would be built, but this is the mine. It's a coal mine, basically. And there's obviously some coal they haven't mined up, and there's some that they have, and it's kind of left in these piles everywhere. They started with this one, and then there's just this big drop into where they have the marble. And you'll understand why I have them mining out marble in the future. There's a future thing that I would like to build that's very interesting, that will actually connect with another town in another area that's kind of close by that I want to build. Like, I want to have a structure over here that's where they house the marble, and they're moving it to another area or to another town. So they're basically doing all the work, but they're selling it to another town. I thought that would be kind of like a fun little storyline thing. So that's something that I'll be doing in the future, because there's obviously no marble in any of their houses, so it would make no sense for them to be mining up marble when there's no marble in any of these houses. So, yeah. But anyways, that's basically that for any kinds of updates. So, to go back to the pretty beach, which is where this house is right here. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Should I build more of these and make like a whole dock system and have like all kinds of beach houses all over the place, or should I just leave it as the one house? I'm fine with either. I really am, but I'm curious what you guys think, what you guys would like to see more of. So let me know in the comment section what you're itching to see me do. So anyways, help me not get myself stuck in a palm tree. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, then feel free to subscribe, comment, and like if you want to see more. And in the next episode, we will get started on either more beach houses or fairy houses or another area even. We'll see how it goes. So anyways, thank you guys very much. And as always, I will see you next time.